Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you have a safe and wonderful holiday. But I have some more deals, and I meant to post these deals a few days ago when I saw them. So without further ado, let's get into them. So first up, we have these are all Home Depot deals, and we're going to be going over a lot of little stocking stuffers and some just little cheap things that for me are going to come in handy. And first thing up we have is this Husky 18-piece continuous ratcheting set. So has 18 pieces, all the actual little adapters can go inside the handle, and it does something really cool. So usually with ratcheting sets, you know, you turn to the right, and then you to the left, and it's a pause because you're ratcheting it back, but you don't have to keep twisting the thing around. We love ratcheting screwdrivers, but this one, you turn to the right, it turns to the right, turn to the left, and it still turns to the right. I got a little video of that later on, but anyway, that's $9.88. I bought one without even hesitating. Then you have a 20-piece magnetic screwdriver set. This is awesome because a lot of times, you know, when you're trying to balance, you know, you get that screw on the screwdriver and trying to put in the hole or balance it so it doesn't fall, especially if you're working on cars. You know, that comes in handy. And having them magnetized is a great deal. Lifetime warranty, $19.88. Then, you know, the pliers are probably good. I'm not really looking at the pliers. Actually, that's not a bad deal at all. Some lifetime warranty wire strippers. It's not a bad deal. I have some, but those are better. But I'm mainly looking at the scissors, man. Good scissors are hard to find. You have some lifetime warranty scissors here from Home Depot. Husky, you get 3 of them, $10. I'm going to probably go back and get that wire strip. I didn't really think about the fact that mine isn't that good. Then you have some utility knives or box cutters, like what I like to call them. You know, well, these are more so utility knives. They're okay. I've never used them, but I do prefer the Milwaukee. You do get 3 for $12.97, which is a good deal. The Milwaukees, you get 2 for $14.97. But I prefer the Milwaukee's mechanism for closing. When you want to open it, you can just flip your wrist and that thing pops out. And then when you close, you push the button. Like right here where you see these aren't rivets, but they're like the little star screws. On the Milwaukee, that would be a button. And it's easy for one-hand operation. These, you have the button in the handle, and I don't like that. It's kind of old school. You need both hands to and then do that. I don't like doing that. I should like to be able to do this. All right, so you have some Allen keys here. I'm not a big fan of the, you know, the one here to the left, where it's almost like where they fold in. I have some. I think they're cobalts, but maybe that's why I don't like them. Cobalt is terrible. I mean, when you compare Cobalt to Husky, it's no comparison. But I don't really like them. I have all those. I really just prefer the actual L-shaped key itself. It gives you more leverage for turning. These rotate. They're a little squirrely to use. I don't like them. But I will say that these Allen keys right here, they're the long ones. They're not the super long ones, but they're a nice length, and they have some short ones in the kit too. These are very, very good. Especially, what were they? $10? $10? I think I paid way more than that, and I'm still not mad about it. When I was working on the Phaeton a few years ago, I got some from Harbor Freight because I'm thinking they're Island keys, you know, to try to bust the bolts off of the drive shaft, and that drive shaft just kept breaking all of the Harbor Freights. I think they have a lifetime warranty too, but who wants to keep going back and forth? I couldn't even budge the things. These Huskies made slight work of it. I mean, not slight work. It was still tight, and I thought it was going to pop, but they didn't. So I prefer the Husky, and I recommend the Husky. So get these, $10 if you need them. These bad boys right here. So these are socket adapter sets. So if you have, these are for turning your drills or your impacts, your drills or your drivers, your hex drivers into impact wrenches. And this is an awesome little kit because you get your 3/8, you get your 1/2, and you get a 1. Oh my gosh, I'm tired, y'all. I'm a little hungover again. Why do I didn't even have that much to drink. I just had a glass of wine. I'm like lightweight now. anyway, you get your 1/4 inch adapter as well. So you end up with basically 3 different machines in one for $10. Well, these are $10, right? For $10, I went on ahead and got one. I have a Milwaukee Fuel 1.5 inch impact wrench. I have the 3/8 Fuel stubby, but I don't always want to carry all these different things out, you know, to the car when I'm working on it. If I could just bring the Fuel driver and then just have this adapter and be set, I would rather just do that. So I would highly recommend that, and especially for if you guys are trying to look for a gift for a family member, and you want to get them a nice comprehensive set, I would recommend, I'm going to get to it later on in the video, but there's a $199 set, brushless drill and driver set from Milwaukee right now. It comes with 2 batteries, a bag, and a charger. I would recommend getting that, and then this kit, and now they have 3, 4, 5, 6 different, 5 different tools, like I said. So they end up having the impact, the driver, the drill, and 3/8, 1/2, and a 1/4 inch impact wrench as well. So I would recommend that. I'm going to get into videos now. So anyway, we're going to move into the video segment now of the video that I took at Home Depot, and here you go. Alright, look, so I want to show y'all how this works. So pay special attention to this adapter here. I had to fast forward because it was blurry as I don't know what. And it gets, well, I didn't want to have to do any editing, but here we are. When I turn to the left, there we go. All right.
Much clearer now. All right, so when I turn to the left, you see it's rotating to the right. Turn to the right, turn to the left. That's crazy.
And I want to add one more thing to this. I haven't quite tried it. I need to fix the doorknob to the door in one of my mother's houses, and I'm going to use it for that. And I'm going to do a little unboxing and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I've always had I've always had great success with the machining of Husky bits. So, you know, sometimes you get those bits that are a little bit off, Harbor Freight, and they'll strip your screws. I've never had that issue with Husky. They're very well machined bits, and I highly recommend it. I believe these will be the same quality. And then I'm going to just do it in reverse. Well, I won't have to go through that in reverse, but it does the same thing, obviously, going to the left, and it's the same to the right. All right, now, here we go.
I'm also going to pick this up. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to turn my drill or my impact into a socket driver. Now, I have...
Right, again, because I still have it, but sometimes... And this is one of the weaknesses of the pack-outs, and why I'm confused that DeWalt got rid of their drawer system, and then Milwaukee came up with their drawer system, and DeWalt is just like, I don't understand it, because it makes everything more convenient. Instead of having to unstack everything to get to a tool, I keep all my essential tools that I use most of the time just in the crate. I keep the crate on the top, and I put everything inside the crate, so I can just reach in and grab what I need. And I'd rather just have, because I have a lot of stuff, so it's kind of pouring out, I'd rather just have that Fuel impact driver, and I can just have these adapters, boom, connected, and I have multiple tools out of that one tool, as opposed to having to dig through everything. So we won't have to look at this. I already covered it all. It's no demonstration. Here we are.
Never forget that this is not a deal, okay? This is not a deal. It's been $279 all year. I'm trying to figure out, is this the same thing? It looks like the same thing. It's back up to $15. It was just $9.98. I guess that ended yesterday. Now, I know I dog Ryobi a lot, but I have a kit similar to this, and it's been very helpful over the years. But this doesn't have the stuff that I always use, like the extra long bits. They have a couple of them right there, but my kit has really, really long ones. Oh yeah, those are impact rated. Okay. Not a bad kit here for $17, well, $18.
Now, I'll say this about this particular kit over mine. this has a lot more diversity in it. It has more, like you have the bits to drill holes, and you know, these are impact rated. I mean, it's an impact drive kit, and it has drill bits and stuff like that. Mine doesn't have drill bits. It's just all, you know, Phillips and various flatheads, different thicknesses and stuff. And I don't use but maybe like 5 different things in there, so it was redundant. It's like 120 pieces. I don't remember how much I paid for, probably $20 years ago. But it has been very helpful, and I appreciate cases to keep everything together.
Not too bad. See, this is what I'm saying. If you got this and then got this adapter, you have a socket set, but you know, these are weak though. You want to get the brushless one, which is $179, and then the hammer one with the handle is $199. And for that,
I mean, let's just pause on this really quick. Why would you buy that $179? Like, why do this? Why put these two together? Because you're like, well, I don't need a hammer drill. It's like, yeah, but you rather have it. I mean, it's a regular drill. It has a hammer function that you turn on, and now it's a hammer drill. Unless Ryobi legit just has it as a full-time hammer drill, which would be weird, and that's maybe why they have both of these together to force you to buy 2 different tools. But generally, stuff is a drill. Like the Milwaukee's, it's a drill, and you have a hammer function. That's how my M12 is anyway. But it doesn't have the handle, but the handle is removable. Again, generally it's removable. Maybe it's not, and I don't know. That's why I have these 2 kits beside each other. And then this 179 gives you two amp hour batteries, whereas the 199 you get a 4 amp hour battery and a 2 amp hour battery. I mean, that alone makes this a better deal. I don't know.
I would just get the Milwaukee. I wouldn't buy that. I'd get the Milwaukee all day. This Milwaukee down here, which is also brushless. It's not a fuel, but
now, admittedly, this one is more equivalent. The Milwaukee is more equivalent to the 179 Ryobi we just saw, because that is likely not it likely doesn't have a hammer function. So if you really feel like you need the hammer function, then I don't know, you could try the Ryobi and see what happens. I don't know. Especially if you're just doing stuff around the house periodically, it should be fine. But I personally don't think that the hammer drill Ryobi will have the same amount of power as this brushless Milwaukee, this mid-grade Milwaukee. I don't think so, but you know, you never know. I gotta get them together and try them out.
I mean, I would get that. Or
I'm gonna stop it here because this was all wrong. I thought about doing a rigid, because if you get 2, they're like $89 a piece, and then that comes down to what, $170 or $188 or something like that. But they don't come with, most importantly, they don't come with the batteries or the charger or the bag. So this is a horrible deal. This rigid didn't show up this year at all. So let's skip through that. And then I saw this thing. It's basically a power inverter that DeWalt's making. It's $24.88. It's not a bad deal. I don't like these reviews because it's just 72, and you know, people have had problems with them already. And this just reminds me of the tire inflator. Well built initially, but people were having them fail a lot, and so I'm feeling like this will probably fail too. And I don't want something electronics messing around with the electronics in my car, especially like the Phaeton or something like that. It might total the car. So I don't use cheap electronics inside of a car. I'd rather hardwire something and know that the mechanism, whatever it is going to work well. So I wouldn't fool with that either. And I believe that was it. Let's see what else we got. No, that was it. That was all I saw. And that was last week at Home Depot. It was like 7 days legit. So this stuff will still be out on the floor. And I think they put it out probably for today. So yeah, well, not today. Everybody's going to be closed today. So it's going to be like Black Friday of old. And you have to actually get out there on Friday. So be safe. Again, have a happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you guys' support. And I will see you guys next video.